All right, folks, we're back. So, for all the new people, there's always new people joining. There should be at least 200 people on average a month subscribing from what it was before the numbers stopped. Obviously, this channel is growing um, beyond what they want me to be aware of, but it's making it obvious that something's happening with the channel. So, this is Cool World. Basically, you got what appears to be a Ranger's hat on with my mold, large eggs with holes through it, and at night you can see the electrical signature better because the light is kind of playing against it a little bit. But at night turns into a mustache and has a mouth beneath that, and then immediately next to it, and I'm going to take all this trash out, but it's perfect because when everything gets a little cluttered like this, you can see the doodles. This is why they tell you to keep everything neat and folded. See the slits? So right there at night, these become like pupils and these become deep set pits. And this turns into a cleft nose that's big and wide, and it turns into lips that looks like kind of like a African descended type entity here, and a big chin there. So one thing you'll notice is it must be some kind of chakra inside because it's radiating from inside the bag out through the layers of all the trash, forming in the contours of everything that is in it, and then presenting itself on the surface of the bag. So there's some kind of chakra. I imagine was what is responsible for that because I'm trying to make sense of it. But also, what's happening? They say this is like a movie, also. So another thing that you're missing is when you don't see these electrical signatures. At first, you see them in a freeze frame like this. It's just still images. Then they start to move, but when they move, things become dreamy. You get a dreamscape where everything becomes kind of blurry around the edges, and they're moving within this capacity where it seems like a dream. And that's exactly what they said. Life is nothing but a dream. So if you see faces on anything, what you are doing is you're peering into the fourth dimension that has been hidden from us. They calcified the whole group of the mass, and they created a split between the third dimension and the fourth dimension when this whole place was just four dimensions, basically. The electrical signatures that pop up on the contours show and reveal this, and without it, it would just be a bag, an inanimate object that had no anything to it. Since the landscape was silicon trees, they replaced the landscape to make it something else, and that's why you have a conscious landscape regardless. So I'm trying to make sense of all this to the viewers so they know that this is not pareidolia or whatever they said it was. And when it happens reoccurringly through life, it's not a coincidence. You are in the cool world, and you have superhuman abilities in a dreamy state capacity through a view space that allows you to see and then achieve from believing what you've seen, and it gives you the ability, just like Glass with Bruce Willis, he was only convinced that he was not superhuman. Welcome to Grim Nasty TV.